Bué wholesome. Não percebo porquê.
Bué wholesome.
Hi gamers and developers, and welcome to another GTT vlog. On today's vlog we have a very interesting jam and a very interesting game. So this is the Yaoi Game Jam 2024, and we have here today two team members of a very big team. I don't know the names by heart, but I will tell you after they introduce themselves. And the game for today is Devil's Delight, sorry. And yeah, now I'm gonna let you introduce yourselves first. So your name and your role on the game.
Hi, my name is Fia, and I am once again joining a Gay Game Jam. And I mean, I'm always in charge of within the art department. This time, my main role was drawing the cutscenes where really fun stuff happens.
I'm Gonçalo. I worked on the programming, the writing of the script, and also the music and sound effects.
Exactly. So now the rest of the team, I'm sorry. So for the art, and I'm gonna ask you guys to tell me who did the writing and stuff like that, because I'm not sure. But for the art we have Alexandra Damas, we have Áurea, Beatriz Teixeira, Carolina Santos, Mariana Souza e Júlia Pinheiro. So we have all those people plus Sofia, and now for the writing, I think it was...
Yeah, we had a team full of artists.
Yeah.
On the writing department, it was me and Mariana, and then Julia and Carolina helped us revise the script and make some alterations after it was done.
On the sound...
on the sound it was just me, and everyone else had various roles in art.
Yeah.
So from UI to characters.
Yeah, I think it's the first time we have this big of a team. This is a really big team. Tell us about your game.
Our game took on various evolutions, but we settled on a theme that's very like, oh, who would have thought? But it's about going to hell, coming to terms with your sexuality, being gay, and being in hell while being gay.
Yeah.
And then you have fun being in hell and being gay. That's
exactly
about it.
I forgot to mention, this was a 2-month-long jam, so this is a very big one. And as always, we're gonna play the game. This video I think is PG-13, but if you wanna go play the game, you have to be 18 or older because it is explicit. So yeah, you can carry on.
It plays as a dating simulator pretty much, because you are the main character in this game, and you have like 3 main love interests with a little surprise in the middle of it in case things go south. And yeah, I mean, depending on your preferences, you can always choose.
I did not know about that surprise. So yeah.
You have a 4th very passionate.
Yes. You have a lot of content in this game, and we're not gonna show we're just gonna show like 10% of it. If you're 18 or older and if you like this kind of stuff, this is a great game for you to play, and we'll leave the link in the description as always. So, how did you come up with this idea? Because the jam only requires the game to be themed yaoi, doesn't have like
specific. I think so. It was kind of a mismatch of ideas. We were a lot of people and everyone was trying to pitch stuff. I think we kind of went the more voting round almost. Like everyone had time to like pitch their ideas and write down what they wanted to do, and then we voted on it. I think we all agreed in general that we wanted to make something explicit, not only sexually but also violent wise. So yeah, I think those were the 2 aspects that we were set on. And then ideas kind of floated around, and then voting started.
Well, you were telling me this earlier, but do you want to tell us how the team got this big?
Oh yeah, so that was so it was an idea started here by Sophia. Basically, we had around 6 people that were interested in the jam, and then we just Sophia told me that it would be a fun idea to use the 2 months that we had and do a bigger game, so having a bigger team to be able to do that bigger game. That team evolved from 6 to 8 people, at the start of the jam. So yeah, I was just kind of trying to take this opportunity and try to make use of the time, and having a bigger team helps a lot to do a more polished game.
Yeah, and I asked you that because I wanted to mention this game is very polished, and not only is very polished, it has a lot of art, and I'm living for it because it looks amazing, and you're gonna see it in a bit. But yeah, I don't know if you want to talk more about the game before we show it. Do you want to tell us something without spoiling the story?
Yeah, I think I can also mention, I didn't mention, that I went in just with an idea for a mechanic using dice and luck. So that is something that is also part of our game, that it's not only based on your choices, but it's also based on just luck.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yep. And we will start playing the game. So, yes, so Sophia, what specific part of the game did you work on? So it was the art, but what part of the art?
Yeah, I worked mainly on the cutscenes. Audia did an excellent work with the character design. I'm usually the character designer, but this time, because we had such a big team, I couldn't really take on everything I wanted to, obviously. And of course, other people need to have that chance more than me. So she took on that part specifically. Bia also helped with the design for 2 other characters as well, so it was really just a team effort. Not just 2 other characters, she was also in charge of the NPCs, the 3 main characters. One of them was a collab between Audia and Bia. Like, they really did something that I would have not thought about. So through their work, I took that and then just literally put them in fun positions.
So was this was this your first time working on cutscenes, at least on a gem?
No. This is kind of like the work that I enjoy doing most, because I am mainly an illustration person. So having the chance to do cutscenes again, it's like, oh, what could I want more? Like this is literally my jam. So yeah, that's
I think it's already showing off how polished the game is, and also because what Sophia is saying, I don't think I remember that many jam games having cutscenes. So this is great, and you can see that the game looks fantastic. How was it like for the process to reach to your art style? Because this was a really big group effort, right?
Yeah, I mean, you can sort of tell that there are slight differences. There's always an effort in each part of it to make it cohesive. The backgrounds were done by Carolina and Mariana. And because backgrounds are sort of like a neutral zone, they did their best, and I think it blended in quite good. The UI was especially inspired by the first little dice design. As we were talking about the luck mechanic, there's our little dice. So everything else about the UI look was kind of inspired by that dice that Alexandra did. So like, it just all worked out well.
Yeah. Okay.
I think something that also helps as a little advice is to try and get people on certain areas. So we just had one person doing UI and one person kind of doing both, like the outlines of the backgrounds and then painting the backgrounds. That separation of work kind of helps to not notice those differences. I think a great example was Beatriz and Aurea working together with the characters, with one of them doing the design and then the other helping with the line art and the painting. I think that helps to like kind of define those areas, and then everyone kind of mixes it, and it kind of makes it not so different.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. Now, maybe I will move on to you, Gonçalo, because this was also a different jam for you, right? Because typically you do art.
Yes.
This one you programmed and you made sound design. So tell us about that.
So basically, I got in a team where everyone was an artist. So I kind of just took on the role of programmer because it's what I study. So, and RenPy is quite easy and quite simple. So I just took on that role. And something that I was in my mind going into the jam was that I wanted to make music for the first time. So that was something that was set in stone that I wanted to do. So yeah, it was quite different. It was a lot of fun though.
Yeah, and I think the music also sounds great. I think I keep repeating this, but this game is very polished. When I say polished, it's very polished. It's almost like a full release. And I think you guys did a great job. Do you know how long does it take to beat the game?
I'm not sure, but I would say around 30 to 45 minutes.
Yeah, it's a very big game.
Yeah, I kind of got excited with the script, and then I tried to cut some stuff. Yeah,
We all did.
I tried to cut some stuff down because I was like, oh, I then have to code all of this, so let's make it more simple. And I tried to also give some movement to the characters. You'll see in some scenes where they move around, to trying to basically not have that stagnant point that a lot of visual novels have, where everything is just standing. Alexandra also did a great work on actually animating the characters, and they have some little movement. That also helps a lot. So yeah, I tried to cover pretty much every single ground when it came to programming.
Okay, so we do not spoil the game. I'm only gonna ask you like one more question, so you guys can go back and play the game, as we mentioned. So overall, you talked about the characters, and I know both of you didn't design the characters, but maybe can you tell us like what do we can expect to find if we will play this game? So the types of personalities, what makes them interesting, and stuff like that.
I think we tried to cover pretty much almost everyone's taste. We tried to go with not only humanoid characters but also furry characters. We tried to basically cover as much ground as possible. I think when it comes to characters and their personalities, we try to go for usual stereotypes found in this type of games. So you'll find from sweethearts to rough people. That's basically it.
Okay. So, Sophia, do you want to add anything else?
I want to add that Gonçalo was our backbone to this whole fucking game. We wouldn't have been able to do all this if it wasn't for Gonçalo, for real. Like, he did so much more than just programming. Like, he revised the script. He did so much of everything else. Like, he worked on everything basically, if you really look into it. Because he was always there giving feedback for everything else that had to do with the visual part of it. So yeah,
and I agree, but don't cut yourself short. I think you all guys did like a wonderful job.
I wish I could have done more.
But I think have time. I think that's the usual. We always want to do more. I believe that Gonçalo will also say that, right? Yeah. So, but I think you guys were like a dream team. You did a great job. We didn't talk about the team dynamic, but I think you guys worked pretty well, at least from what I saw, and it shows on the game. So yeah, we won't spoil you anymore. Go play the game. It's fantastic. And before we go, do you want to give advice, or do you want to like sell your game to the people back at home or something like that?
Well, love wins, and I love good people, and and if you like Yaoi, you should play the game. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
This is important.
This is important.
This is
Happy Pride Month.
This is not coming out on June, I think, but
it's always Pride Month.
It's always Pride Month.
It's always Pride Month when you're proud.
Exactly.
And when you love good people. Yeah, I think it's fun. I think you should play it. If you like this sort of thing, just go for it.
Do you want to add anything, Gonçalo?
Yeah, I think if any advice I can give to anyone is just like, as the team leader, just try and talk to everyone and make sure everyone is not only doing their job but comfortable doing their job.
Yeah.
And be gay, do crime.
That's true. I was very uncomfortable. No, I'm just
Terrific advice. I couldn't have said it better. And I think we're gonna finish this for today. As I mentioned, the link for the game is on the description. I think it's also on our GDT.io page.
Yes.
Yeah, so you can find it not only on their itch.io but on our itch.io. So you can find it everywhere. So it's easy to play. But yeah. And if you like this vlog, go check our other vlogs, go check our website, go check our social media. We always have news and more things to talk about regarding games. And I think that's essentially it. So we'll see you next time. Keep gaming, keep deving. Bye.
Bye.